Hey everyone, welcome to part 16 of this trophy and achievement guide for Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Thank you all for coming along on this journey with me, and a special thank you to all of the channel members who helped to support the channel. I really appreciate your support. And now without further ado, let's dive into it. We're on the White Seed ship and we want to go below deck, so run toward the camera and then down the stairs. Here. This is Matron's writing. She really gave this to you? You guys call her Matron too, huh? Yes, ever since we were little. We were raised by Edea too. It was difficult to fight against her, but we did. Fortunately, everything turned out well. Edea is no longer evil. She's back to her old self again, the kind matron we remember. Squall, thank you. We owe you and Balam Garden much. Even our salute is the same. Matron told us it hasn't changed since Seed was established. After he walks over to the window, we can use this opportunity to use the nearby draw point to draw some holy magic. We'll put that onto Squall, and then we'll go talk to him once again. So it says in the letter you're looking for Alone. I'm sorry, Alone's no longer here. Remember we picked her up from your garden near the Fisherman's Horizon coast? After that, we headed east to get away as far as we could from Edea and Galbadia. Before long, we encountered the Galbadian fleet. They had a lot of ships. Obviously, they were searching for us. We should have been more careful. They pursued us in full force. Luckily, we were able to escape, but then our ship broke down and we were stranded. There was no way we were going to let the Galbadians take Alone. Eventually, the Galbadians caught up to us and we had no choice but to prepare for battle. Then an Esthar ship appeared. A battle began between them, and we were caught in the middle of it. Then something strange happened. Suddenly, an Esthar ship came up beside us, and Esthar soldiers came aboard. They told us to get aboard their ship. It sounded like an order to evacuate. Of course, we refused. We didn't trust them, just as we didn't trust the Galbadians. As the Esthar soldiers were trying to convince us, the battle became more intense. Soon, they were forced to leave our ship. As their ship was pulling away, Alone yelled out something. Then, all of a sudden, she jumped onto their ship. It wasn't like her at all. To this day, I don't understand why she did that. After all, Esthar's fleet withdrew from battle and fled. After they left, well, it's a long story. After our ship is fully repaired, we plan to go to Esthar. Sorry, Squall, we couldn't protect her. So Alone's in Esthar? We believe so. Have you decided on a destination? Esthar. Oh man. Xenophobic Esthar? That area's terrain is not really suited for flying the garden. Anyway, set a course for Esthar. We want to pilot the Balam Garden ourselves, so let's go forward, we'll talk to Nita and say that we're ready to go. We then have to choose a party of 3 people, but we can't take Renoa. Your choice here doesn't really matter, I'm just going to take Quistis and Selfie. Starting off in the mobile Balam Garden, we basically want to go straight ahead toward the northeast until we can get back out into deeper water outside of this inlet. Then we'll turn over toward the right hand side and start heading toward the south. Our destination is going to be right where Adia's house is, right by that lighthouse, and there's actually going to be a forest nearby, and that's where we're going to spend a little bit of time getting some very powerful magics out of one monster in particular. So we'll park our garden here, and then we want to set up our team properly. I would recommend going to Junction, choosing Selfie, and then just wiping the slate with everything that she has equipped. So choose Junction, Off, and All. Now we'll choose Junction GF. We'll give her Quetzalcoatl, as well as Leviathan. We'll give her Pandemona and Cerberus. After that, we're going to auto-junction her, and we're going to do it toward magic. For her abilities, we're going to give her Draw, Item, and Card. And for the bottom abilities, Auto Haste, Vitality plus 60%, and Magic plus 40%. Now let's go over to Squall. We're not going to change his Guardian Forces, but we're going to change his Auto Magic setup, and we're going to choose Magic for him as well. As for Squall's abilities, he's got Draw, Magic, Level Up, and on the bottom, he has Auto Haste. You definitely want Strength plus 40%, and I would recommend pairing that with Magic plus 40% as well. We don't need Move Find. Basically, you just need 2 characters who have a very high Magic stat. Try to give both of them Magic plus the highest percentage possible. For Quistis, we're going to give her Shiva, Diablos, and Alexander as her Guardian Forces. We're also going to auto-junction her stats toward Magic. As for her abilities, we're going to give her Draw, Magic, and Item. And on the bottom, she gets Auto Haste, Mug, and Vitality plus 40%. Once you're all done with the setup, I would recommend that you save the game because we're going to fight a monster and we're going to make him even more dangerous, but don't worry, there's a method to the madness. We're now going to run around this forest area until we encounter a ruby dragon. This is the same enemy that we fought just a little bit ago with Laguna and Kyros. It doesn't appear that often. There's actually many different types of monsters who live in this area, and I actually found it was easier to find them if you quit out of the game and then restarted it to reset the RNG. To start off this fight, I would recommend that you get rid of Quistis, just have your own party members attack her and knock her out. When we do this, then the enemy doesn't use its strongest attacks, and we're able to get through this fight a lot easier. And then if you do have Selfie at low health, there's a good chance that you can use her Limit Break to cast full cure on everyone and get everyone back up to full health, except for Quistis, who's still going to be knocked out. At this point, Squall has Sleep junctioned onto his status attack, which means that we're able to attack the dragon and potentially put him to sleep. I would recommend trying to attack him a few times to see if you can get that sleep to stick. If it doesn't, it's not the worst thing in the world, it's just a little bit safer if he's asleep. But don't spend too much time attacking because we don't want to kill him, we just want him asleep. I wasn't able to get him to sleep, but that's okay. We'll move on to phase 2, and that's using the level up command to raise his level. We're going to do this 2 times. We want to get it to the point where the ruby dragon is at least level 45, because when he hits level 45, he gets access to some new really powerful magics that we want to draw out of him. You can see right now he has Arrow and Fire, but when we raise his level, now we have access to new magics. We want to start stocking the bottom magic. That's going to be the Meteor magic. And thanks to our high magic stat, we should be able to draw 9 of them at a time. His magic attacks don't do a lot of damage to us, so you don't need to worry about that so much. It's his physical attacks that are a bit scarier. We're now going to spend a few minutes drawing those meteors out of him until both Selfie and Squall get up to 100 meteors. If you're drawing 9 at a time, you should be able to draw from him 10 times to get up to 99, and then the last time will be 1 meteor, and that's a good way to know when you're done. Then we're going to flip our focus to drawing the next magic up, the 3rd on the list. That's the Flare spell, and we're once again going to draw until we get 100 flares out of him. Just like with the Meteor spell, we should be drawing 9 at a time, so it should take you 10 times to get to 99 of them, and then 1 more just to finish it off. Once both Selfie and Squall get up to 100 flares, we're then going to have Squall start attacking, hopefully putting him to sleep, and then Selfie is going to use the card command to try to turn him into a card. That way, we're not getting a ton of experience for defeating a very strong enemy while we're at a low level. Even though Quistis is knocked out, her Guardian Forces are still going to get the same amount of AP, which is great for us. Thanks to that 14 AP, Siren learns an ability that isn't useful, but Pandemona learns Initiative, which is very useful. We'll then take a moment to set up our Guardian Forces properly. We'll check on Siren. She has Summon Magic plus 10%, but there's nothing else that we really need to learn from her, so we're just going to leave that on for now. Then we'll go over to Pandemona, who learned a new ability, and we're going to start teaching Pandemona Speed Junction. It's a little ironic because all of our characters already have auto haste, but this is just a good way to get even faster. Now what we need to do is transfer some magic over to Quistis. She didn't benefit from getting any of those meteors or flares, but we can go to magic, exchange, and then with Squall we're going to find that flare spell, and we're going to choose to give Quistis all of these flares. And then we're going to go over to Selfie, and we're going to choose the Meteor spell, and we're going to give Quistis all of these meteors that we collected. So now effectively Quistis has both of those spells at 100, and now we have to fight 1 more ruby dragon so that we can draw all of the magics from it again. I would recommend saving the game before doing this, and again, when I quit out and came back in, the very first monster that I fought was a ruby dragon. I can't guarantee that that wasn't just a coincidence, but if you're having trouble finding it, it might be worth a shot. Once again, Squall is going to do a couple attacks just to see if I can get him to sleep, and then once he goes to sleep, I'm able to use that level up command 2 times in order to raise his level up to above 45, and that gives me access to both Flare and Meteor. At this level, the Ruby Dragon also has 2 other magics. He's got Firaga as well as Reflect. We already have 100 Reflects on all of our party members thanks to card modding, and we don't really need the Firagas for any other reason, so we can skip those 2 magics entirely. Well, Squall gave 100 flares over to Quistis, and Selfie gave 100 meteors, so I'm going to focus on having Selfie draw meteors and Squall drawing flares out of him, and then it should take just a few minutes to get both of those characters back to 100 after giving Quistis all the magic a moment ago. Skipping ahead now to the end of the fight, Squall really took a beating from some brutal physical attacks and he got knocked out, but luckily Selfie was here to use the card command and we turned him into a card just in the nick of time. And that's going to end the fight. It doesn't really matter that we got both Squall and Quistis knocked out because we're not getting experience anyway. We still get all the rewards, and this time I got a very interesting reward. I got 2 energy crystals, which are useful for creating characters' ultimate weapons. And also Shiva learned spirit plus 40%. Now we'll take a quick moment just to make sure all of our Guardian Forces are learning the correct abilities that we want for this stage. So Quetzalcoatl is learning Elemental Attack Junction, Shiva is going to now be learning Elemental Defense Junction. It doesn't matter what Ifrit's learning, we're going to keep him at Summon Magic plus 20%, Siren Summon Magic plus 10%, Brothers HP plus 80%, Diablos HP plus 20%, Carbuncle Status Attack Junction, Leviathan Recover, Pandemonium Speed Junction, Cerberus Alert, Alexander Revive, Tonberry Call Shop. And now we'll make sure that our characters are in good shape. Both Quistis and Squall are knocked out, so I've got to use a couple of Phoenix Downs to pick them up off the ground. After that, we're going to go to the Junction menu, and we're going to junction our new magics, Flare and Meteor, onto our characters. Basically, just set everyone to auto and attack. Quistis' strength goes from 47 up to 98. That's a huge increase. We also got boosts for HP, Vitality, and Hit. Now on to Squall, he goes from strength of 88 up to 159. And Selfie goes from a strength stat of 43 up to 94. Putting Meteor on strength doubles their attack power and then some. We can also make a small change to some of their abilities, so go to Junction, then Squall, choose Ability, and we're going to remove Level Up, and in its place, we're going to put the Item command. We can keep Auto Haste, Strength plus 40%, and Magic plus 40%. Those are just fine. Selfie's already set up properly. We can keep Auto Haste, Vitality plus 60%, and Magic plus 40%. And lastly, we'll look at Quistis, and we're going to remove the Mug command, and in its place, we're going to put Encounter None. We're all done with our junctioning and setting up abilities, but there's one more thing we want to do, and that is to use the item option, and we're going to go to the tent, and we're going to refill all of our party members' health. Last but not least, let's go ahead and save the game, and then we're going to continue on from here. We'll go back over into our Mobile Balam Garden, and now what we want to do is start heading toward the south, and we're going to loop all the way around the world until we're back on the north end of the map. In order to get to Esthar, which is our next destination, we actually have to go through Fisherman's Horizon, which is located in the middle of the ocean here. We just have to move basically straight south and then over toward the east a little bit. Just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to speed up the travel footage a little bit, but it's very easy to get to Fisherman's Horizon. There's actually a wall that goes all the way across the ocean, and you can go pretty much straight south until you hit the wall, and then turn toward the left and follow the wall until you get to Fisherman's Horizon. You really can't miss it. Let's go, Renoa. Let's go meet Alone. Alone will bring us together. Sorry, everyone. I can't go on like this. It's a bit far, but we'll make it. Follow the path in front of you, and eventually the story will continue by itself. It's pretty far. Didn't think it would be this far. What am I doing? Go to Esthar, find Alone, talk to Alone. But there's no guarantee that everything will be resolved if I talk to Alone. Even so, I sure have changed. I wonder what everyone's doing. They're probably laughing at me, or maybe they're angry. What do you think? To tell you the truth, I worry too much about what others think of me. I hate that side of me. That's why I didn't want anyone to get to know me. I wanted to hide that side of myself. I hate it. Squall is an unfriendly, introverted guy. It made it easy for me when people perceived me that way. That's a secret between you and me. Got that? Renoa. Squall, you're late. Is the princess still asleep? She might wake up with a kiss from the prince. Is that why you came all the way out here? To tell me that? You're going to Esthar, right? We're coming too. We're Adia's escort. Let us be on our way, Squall. To continue the scene, go and talk to Adia. We shall leave as soon as we're ready. What business do you have in Esthar? I must go see Dr. Odine. Dr. Odine? You've heard the name, right? We actually have heard the name Odine before. Back before the assassination attempt against Adia, Renoa was talking about trying to give her a special bracelet to suppress her magical powers, and that bracelet's brand was the Odine brand. It doesn't really matter what you choose for the next option. I'm just going to say, I can't remember. Tell me more. Tell me more. You know the famous Odine brand, don't you? That's all Dr. Odine's work. When it comes to knowledge about the sorceress, he's number one. Thanks. So why do you need to see this doctor? Sorceress Artemisia is alive. She is able to take control of my body at any time. If that were to happen, I would once again bring terror. I too value my well-being. I want to protect myself. If it were possible, I would like to rid myself of the sorceress's power. Dr. Odine may know a way. He may be able to save me. I understand. Let's all go to Esthar. Yo, they're back! The two of them went to take a look. How's it going, Squall? Is Renoa still asleep? Renoa's so cute when she's asleep. Whatever. So how is it? Can we make it to Esthar? Woo! Are you blushing? Selfie, don't make Squall angry. Esthar's on this continent, right? It's supposed to be huge. I don't know why, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Couldn't find it up north or down south? Let's try going east next. We have to make a party of 3, and Adia is actually a choice for a party member, but she's level 26, and that raises our average level quite a bit and makes monsters stronger, so instead I'm going to keep the lower level party of Quistis and Selfie to go along with Squall. Besides, they're already junctioned properly, so we don't need to make any changes. And now we'll just head down the railroad tracks in front of us until we get out into the world map. Our next destination is incredibly close by. It's just this big gray oval right in front of us, so we can just move forward and go into it. Hello? I don't see a city. Looks like we are in for a long trip. Everything will be alright. I'll be by your side all the way. Thank you, Zell. But remember, you must stay alert even in my presence. As long as I can be myself, everything will be fine. But if Artemisia gets inside me again, you all know what to do. What? Did I miss something? Uh-oh, it's so quiet. The air's getting heavy. Guys, what's wrong? Come on, we're all together again. We're gonna bring back Renoa. It's like a picnic. We're gonna have fun. Somebody once told me that if you mention bad things, they'll come true. I know it's a silly superstition, but right now I want to believe it, so let's not talk about it anymore. Once again, we get the option to set up our party, but I'm happy with the one that we have, so let's keep going. We're going to begin by running down the path, and then we're going to be in a new area. On the right hand side is a large T-Rex. We're going to run up its skull and then over toward its spine before exiting out the right side of the screen. We'll continue along the path over toward the right, and there's going to be a hidden meteor drop point right here. We've already drawn from that though, so we don't need it. We can then run across this skeleton toward the top of the screen. And there's another draw point here with the Thundaga magic. Let's go ahead and draw that with Quistis, who currently has it junctioned. Now we're going to go forward, and we're going to be able to interact with the edge here, and we're going to press X to jump off, and we're going to get down to the lower part. And now we just have to run forward toward the top of the screen. This is an intersection. We want to go over toward the right hand side. That will bring us to a new area which also has a save point. We have a boss fight very soon. Let's go ahead and stand on the save point, and then we're going to go into the menu. We're going to choose ability, go to card mod, and now we want to modify the Angelo card we got a very long time ago. This will turn into 100 elixirs. We need 6 elixirs for a required side quest later on, so we have a lot to spare now. And now we're going to go ahead and save the game. After that, we'll go over toward the left side to go back to the intersection screen, and then keep going over toward the left. This screen has the boss fight. Just run forward until it hops up, and then we're going to be in a fight against a monster called Abaddon. An undead monster. Use recovery-related magic and items. Whoever gets the first turn, just have them use an item, and we're going to throw an elixir onto the enemy that will be enough to instantly kill him. Though if he's an undead monster, maybe we're aliving him instead. Either way, he's going to turn into stone or something at this point, and the battle's going to be over. As always, we get no experience for a boss fight, but we do get 40 AP, which should be enough for multiple of your Guardian Forces to learn new abilities. And because of that, let's take a moment to actually set up our Guardian Forces abilities so that they're always learning what we want them to. Starting off with Quetzalcoatl, we're going to start learning Elemental Defense ×2. Shiva is learning Elemental Defense Junction. Ifrit, it doesn't really matter. We'll keep him as Summon Magic plus 30%. Siren is going to be Summon Magic plus 20%. Brothers will keep learning HP plus 80%. Diablos is going to start learning the HP plus 40% ability. Carbuncle is going to start learning Status Defense Junction. Leviathan is going to start learning the Elemental Attack Junction ability. Pandemona is learning Speed Junction. Cerberus is learning Alert. Alexander is learning Revive. And Tonberry is learning Call Shop. Now that the Guardian Forces are all set up, let's leave the screen and then exit out toward the top right corner. It looks like the screen is glitching in this area, but there's actually a ladder right in the middle that we can interact with to progress the scene. There's something here. What is that? How can there be a hole in midair? This looks like the only way. And we'll climb the ladder up to the top. Then go forward until you get into a different area. Continue forward to go through a door. There's not much you need to do in this area, it's just going to transition you into a new space, but you can go ahead and talk to your party members. What is this place? This is so cool! Who made this place? This is totally weird! I don't know what I'm doing, where I am. I don't know if we'll ever get to Esthar. But I don't care. I'm not turning back now. Again, there's nothing you need to do here. In fact, it won't even let you talk to your party members. You just have to wait it out. It stopped. Is that it? Looks like we're here. Now just run through the hexagon at the back of the room. Squall, now what? I don't care at this point. Nothing's gonna surprise me. What else? Let's go. Once again, nothing much to do. Just go ahead and enjoy the ride. What is this? My goodness! Wow, pretty! Judging from their technology, they must know we're here. It's possible we might encounter some hostility, so stay alert. Ah! No, not now! This isn't good! Time for another Laguna dream sequence. Squall is automatically paired to Laguna. We're going to put Quistis onto Kyros and Selphie onto Ward. The skinny one and the fat one, get your butts down to Lunatic Pandora. You're gonna stay here and work. The rest of you, get back to work. Starting off, go and talk to the guard on the right side. I'm hungry. You, I said no talking. It's only been 3 days, you wimp. When I was young, I worked all day, all night, without sleep. Now talk to the guard at the top. I wonder if Kiros and Ward are working too. No talking. How many times do I have to? Oh, mealtime. All right, it's time to eat. You keep working. That's what you get for your big mouth. That beast over there, you too. No meal until your work is done. Hey, you can't be serious. I'll be done in 2 to 3 hours, but his job won't get done for days. He just won't get fed for a few days. If he wants to eat, he should work faster. Come give me a hand. I can't handle the big guy alone. Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone. The camera is watching you. After the guards leave, talk to the Moomba a couple times. You alright? You look exhausted. Do they feed you alright? Got a fever or something? Or are you just scared of heights? Grr, grr. Your stomach's going grr? Haha, that's funny. I think that thing's grr grr means thank you. Know what? You're the first one to care about his well-being. These Moombas got worked to death for no reason. They only get half the food and sleep compared to us humans. Talk to the Moomba again. That's horrible. You need to get out of here. When we get out of here, I'll feed you all the food you want, and you'll get to nap all you want. How's that? Grr, grr. Now go talk to the guy in green. Experiment, experiment. Let's just do this. Bah, this is a failure. Sounds like Dr. Odine's up to something again upstairs. And while it may be tempting to try to escape either by going out the door on the top or by going to the elevator on the right-hand side, neither do anything. Instead, talk to the Moomba. Huh? What's up? You need a tool? I'll go get it. Wait right there. I think there was one here. Hey, you over there. Yeah, standing next to the elevator. Go get the guards upstairs. Tell them there's an emergency. Roger that. An emergency? Maybe the guys are up to something. Go now! Alright, I'm going. Oh, I almost forgot. Here, catch! Whoa! Oh, sorry. I feel so horrible. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt or anything, but... What? I am just so ashamed of myself right now. Ah! Don't worry, it's not a ghost. They might be treated badly, but they still put safety cables around them for a job like this. Why didn't you just tell me that first? You're such a nice guy. Not many guys like you these days. You seem like you'd be a good candidate to be our leader. A leader? That's right. A lot of us are dissatisfied with the way Adel's been ruling Esthar. We may be disorganized now, but someday we'll gather our forces to remove Adel from power. We're overthrowing the ruler of a country, a sorceress, far beyond our powers. A half-baked plan would never work. We're waiting for the right time now. Most of us involved in the Adel resistance are specialists. It's easy to research ways to fight Adel, but there's no one to lead the movement. That's our situation right now. We've been looking for someone like you, someone who's strong and righteous. Hey, did you go tell them? What are you doing? Up to no good again, aren't you? Stop! And we're put into a mind-numbingly easy battle against one Esthar trooper. We're already junctioned and we're very strong, and we've already got auto haste available to us, so let's go ahead and just attack him once and finish the fight. Don't move! Darn it, I did it again. Well, too bad. Just get on and go. Kyros, Ward, great timing. Or should I say, bad timing. Stop talking and just keep walking. It's not so bad. 2 is better than 1, 4 is better than 2, right? So who's the 4th one? Geez, are you starting to hallucinate? Yeah, I can see it. Oh, my sweet Al, you make your uncle so happy. Hey, now's our chance. You know what to do. Let's just finish him off and get out of here. If you want to take time to set up your party, now is the time to do that by saying better check. We'll just say perfect. All right, let's go. Here's another incredibly easy fight. There are more enemies this time, but we have more party members as well. Really, all you have to do is let Laguna attack. He should be able to finish the enemies off very quickly. If you want to, have Kyros and Ward attack a target too, just to weaken them a little bit. But really, you should be able to get through this no problem in just a few seconds. Because we're actually killing the enemies, we do get some experience, so you might notice yourself starting to level up a little bit. Not only is that okay, it's actually a bit of a good thing for later on. Jailbreak! Now we're gonna go inside this nearby elevator. No security guard. Now's our chance. Vatis! Luna weep, Moon listen. Let's go close to Dr. Odine there on the left-hand side and eavesdrop on him. What the heck are they talking about? To use Lunatic Pandora as a weapon, you would need a system to move it, and you are researching that now? How do you come up with such bold ideas? I could never come up with such brilliant ideas. I forgot. And we'll eavesdrop again. Lunar Base was built in space to observe the moon. So much money was spent on building it, now why couldn't they give some of that money to this lab? That is the way it is. Accept it. Let's listen in again. The rumor goes that little girls are being abducted for the sorceress research. I have a daughter myself. It disturbs me to hear such a story. How do you think their parents feel? They would be proud to help the research. That is all that matters. And let's listen in one more time. What happened to the weapons monthly you borrowed from me? My friend's bugging me to return it. I don't know. I see. Oh! Darn it! Hey, you waited for me? Grr, grr! Stay on your toes, don't get captured again. Darn it. I promised him a meal and a nap when we got out. Well, I guess he's better off running free. It's okay, he's also an Adel Resistance member. He's Dr. Odine's assistant. All the hot info about the lab comes from him. Is he a new member? Welcome to our group. You made quite a bit of noise down there. Well, this may be a good time to leave the facility. Did something happen to the doctor, or did Adel stop funding his lab? No, it's Dr. Odine. He's done it again. He's found a new toy he prefers over a big one like Lunatic Pandora. Some child named Alone. Alone? You know her? Noah? She's really the only reason why we're here. Where is she? Where's Alone? Dr. Odine would probably know her whereabouts. So look for Odine, right? We're going back. Thanks for all your help. Better go someplace safe now. Adios. Wait a second, I still owe you. If you're looking for that girl Alone, you'll eventually need help. Facing Esthar and Adel with only the three of you will be difficult. Why not let us help you? We'll provide you with all the information you'll need. It's not a bad idea. We don't know anything about Esthar. I never want to go through all this again. I'm sure Ward feels the same way. Huh? Okay, fine. We'll accept your help. In return, we'll help your anti-Azel movement or whatever. It's Adel. Start listening more closely, cause it's getting embarrassing. Is what Ward would say. Can't you see it in his eyes? Yeah, sure, I always see it. But who cares? I speak with passion, from the heart. That's what matters most. Yes, that's right. It all sounds crazy, but I like you. I really want you to be our leader. Leave it to me. Once we find Alone, I'll take up that offer. Well, let me go pay a little visit to Odine. Wait right here. Darn it, did it again. Why don't I ever think things through before I answer? Well, it's been okay till now. I'm sure things will work out. Let's take a quick detour down by that save point. There's actually a draw point here as well, and we can draw some death magic. We'll throw that onto Laguna. Feel free to save the game if you want to, and then we're going to go back inside the building. Where did he go? On the floor is going to be a copy of Weapons Monthly first issue. Let's take a second to open up the menu, go to item, and then we're going to go find that magazine in our inventory. It should be the last thing. And this is actually going to teach us how to create the ultimate weapons for our characters. We already have the lion heart, but you can see exactly all the materials you need for your other party members as well. Alright, now let's close out of this, and then we're going to continue on forward. We want to go back down the elevator to the lower level. Dr. Odine's over here. Let's go talk to him. Dr. Odine, where's Alone? Can't believe you guys came back. You fools! Here's another super easy fight. Once again, just have Laguna kill them all off, and if you want to, have Kiros and Ward support. The Elastoid in the back is a little bit more of a threat than the other thing, so I would prioritize taking that out first. Alright, now that the fight's over, let's collect our rewards. We did get enough experience for Laguna / Squall to get up to level 13. What are you saying? I do not know any alone. Okay, I was lying. Alone. I know alone. Hey, wait, where's Alone? Well, he didn't get too far. He's still right in the elevator, so just join him and we're going to take it back up. I'm talking about Alone. Where did you take her? And we'll follow him outside. Hey, wait! Tell me where! In Olab. Alone is there. He means Odin's laboratory. To go there, go over here, then over there, and then here. I see. I didn't understand a word. Kyros, it's your show from here. We'll be joining you as soon as we can. Until then, good luck. Please be careful. This is the place, right? This place sure is weird. Hey, where'd he go? I think you must be looking for us. Yeah, you wouldn't usually jump out of a car. Whoa, it just kind of sped off. I hope he's alright. Besides, we're... Yet again, we get into a fight with some more soldiers, and they're just as easy as the other ones, just take them out very quickly. Before you sit on the device in the middle of the room, run to the back corner and you can find a draw point for some double magic. We'll draw that onto Laguna, and then we're going to go sit on that circular platform in the middle of the hallway. What the? So many unusual gadgets. We'll sit down. Let's go through the door at the back of the room. Here's our final fight of the Laguna dream sequence against two very easy soldiers. Let's just take them out and move on. Run to the back of the room by the big blue wall. Alone! 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 Darn, she can't hear me. There's a control panel on the right side of the room. Up until this point in the game, it teaches you to try to go for the glowy, shiny objects, but in this case, it's actually not what you want to do. It's going to give you an error, and then Kyros will wonder if you even know what you're doing. So instead, go a little bit further toward the right, more in the middle of that console, and it will actually work. Now with the door unlocked, let's run toward the camera to go back into the area with the lift. We'll sit on the platform and we're going to go down. Let's run to the back of the room and we'll be once again reunited with Alone. Alone! Uncle Laguna! See, I told you I'd come save you. Sorry I'm a little late, but... And that ends the Laguna dream sequence. Welcome back, Squall! Look, there's something coming. Sorcerer Sadia? Yes, we came here to see Dr. Odine. Please, explain what this is regarding. Yes, of course. I want to see Alone. Where is she? Alone? Squall, calm down. Trust me, let me handle this. Please come with us. Wow, I want to live here! We'll be arriving at the presidential palace shortly. I've never seen a building this big. It's beautiful! Beats our garden! That is the very reason I am here. I seek the doctor's help. I wish to be free of Sorceress Artemisia's control. That will be easy. We just exorcise the sorceress. There's nothing Odine cannot do. I leave everything in your hands. So, you want to see Alone? Where is she? I have to bring Renoa to her. We need to see Alone, now. So, you will take Odine hostage? You are a fool. I don't care. Just take me to Alone. Do as he says. I gives the permission. Very well. But under one condition, you must let me observe this girl. Well, we would need time to prepare before we take you to Alone. So, will you leave the girl with us until then? Accept their offer, Squall. You better not do anything to Renoa. When your party members join you, then try to leave the room. We'll take the girl there. There's nothing to worry about. Just head to Lunar Gate. We're going to immediately go over toward the right-hand side and exit the screen. And then we're going to step on this transporter. We're going to choose to leave the palace. Now let's exit out the bottom left corner of the screen. There's a draw point on the left side of the screen that contains the very weak Blizzard spell. We certainly don't need it for junctioning, but we do need to keep drawing from world map draw points to get 100 of them by the end of the game. Now we'll exit out the right side of the screen. There's another transportation platform in this area, so go over and use it, and we're going to go to the city entrance via Shopping Mall. When you get to the shopping mall, choose Get Off. There are a few different shops around here, but they all take us to the same place when we interact with them, so choose one of them and say yes, we want to go shopping, and it pulls up a directory of 6 stores. The top left one is Rinrin store, that is the pet shop. I would recommend that you buy a few amnesia greens. Those can come in handy for getting our guardian forces to forget some of the abilities that aren't really useful to us and make room for other abilities that are more useful. We don't need any of these junction scrolls, but there is the Pet Pals Volume 5 and Pet Pals Volume 6 that you might want to pick up. Also, if you don't have a Force Armlet in your inventory, I would recommend you pick up one of those because you need it to craft an ultimate weapon. The next shop on the list is going to be Cloud Shop. It's just a basic item shop. We just want to go into it. We don't need to buy anything from it though. The reason that we want to go into all of these shops, at least very quickly, is because then it unlocks it as a shop that we can use later on thanks to Tonberry's Call Shop ability. The third shop is going to be Johnny's shop. This is a more advanced item shop, and it has a lot more powerful medicines in it. What we want to do is to find the remedy, and we want to purchase 60 remedies because we're going to need those to get a guardian force a little bit later on. This is going to cost us a total of 60,000 gil, but we've got more than enough at this point. Once you have your 60 remedies, then we're going to go on to the fourth shop, and that's going to be Don Juan's shop. It's actually a junk shop for upgrading weapons. We already have the Lionheart ultimate weapon, but Zell's ultimate weapon, the Urgheist, as well as Renoa's ultimate weapon, Shooting Star, are available to us as well. Selphie's Strange Vision is also a very good ultimate weapon because it gives us 255% hit, which means we will never miss. Squall has this on all of his weapons, but Selphie is the only one who can be set up to also never miss. Apart from Strange Vision, the other ultimate weapons really don't do a whole lot except for raise strength a little bit, so it's your choice whether or not you want to pursue those or not. I'm just going to pass for now and maybe come back to upgrading everyone's weapon to their ultimate a little bit later on. But now that we've visited this junk shop and we're leaving, then we're able to refine our weapons whenever we want to thanks to Tonberry's Call Shop. The fifth store is Karen's store. It's a book shop and it has a lot of the magazines that you get throughout the game. For the most part, we've gotten many of these for free throughout the game, so we don't need to purchase them now. I would recommend that you pick up a few of them though. We've got Combat King 3, we can pick that up, but don't buy Combat King 4 or 5 because I'll show you how to get those for free very soon. The last thing we should look at is Pet Pals Volume 2. If you're interested in teaching Angelo some new abilities, you can go ahead and pick that one up. There's one more store available to us. It's Cheryl's store, but it's closed right now. Even though it's closed, you want to keep trying to go into it over and over and over again. It could take anywhere up to 100 times trying to access it if you're very unlucky, but eventually what's going to happen is you're going to get a special item from this shop, and it's going to be the Rosetta Stone. A Rosetta Stone allows you to teach a Guardian the ability times 4 skill, which means that character who junctions with it can equip 4 abilities to themselves, and that can be incredibly powerful. So once you've gotten that Rosetta Stone, hopefully it doesn't take you too long, go ahead and exit the store directory, and then we're going to get back onto that teleportation lift and go back up to the city entrance. Once you arrive, you'll see the flashing yellow arrows toward the back of the screen. Go that direction and you'll go into a different area. You can then climb the stairs. There's a draw point in the back corner here, but it has the Kiraga magic. We don't need that on any of our characters, so we can just pass by it. And then we want to go over toward the left-hand side. We're going to run along the path all the way down until we get into another area. There's one person up on this path we're on, and we want to go talk to him. All he's going to say is, "Oh yeah, that's right." And that's all we need him to say right now. Let's go ahead and leave this area. If we do that, then later on, he's going to give us a free Combat King number 4, which is why we didn't purchase it a few moments ago. we're going to head back all the way toward the right hand side and then go down the stairs and then exit out the bottom of the screen. And finally, we can leave Esthar by running out the bottom of the screen. What an incredible city. We'll run into the middle circular area, and that's actually going to be another transporter, and we're going to leave the city by saying yes. And now we're outside, and that's where we're going to end part 16. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button and also consider subscribing to join our amazing community. I'll see you soon in part 17, where we're going to make massive progress into disc 3, and I can't wait to bring that to you. So I'll see you soon for part 17. Until then, thanks for watching and have a good day.